Fenimore or wherever this pollution's coming from. The other issue is, like Kathy said, my kids are getting sick, other people's kids are getting sick, and this is not the situation for any of us. And it's really frustrating to me that the DEP, I quote this all the time, and I'm going to quote it here. Every one of you probably saw that movie, The Ghostbusters, the first one, and they got fired. And what did they say? We got to now go to the public sector because they expect results. Well, DEP doesn't have to give any results. In their own words, we only have to worry about one thing, and that's the CO2 or whatever the toxins are they're playing around with up there. But there's more now. I worked in industry for 40 years. If I went and I was on a project and the information I went back to with the engineers didn't support the project, that would get stopped in a minute. Well, DEP has no one to talk to. They do whatever they so choose. In fact, we were at one of our meetings, and after this, you can talk to Mr. Riley. He said that I am important, and my #1 goal is the health and well-being and safety of the town of Roxbury. So the DEP sent letters or communicated with all the other towns around Roxbury and told them about what this issue is. So I came to one of the meetings and I asked the town council, can we send letters to the rest of the town letting them know? Because if the rest of the town knew what was going on, you couldn't get into this building. But they won't do it. I was told no. Well, what's the health and safety then? Do they care? May not. I care. I'm lucky enough, I got 2 houses. I got my mother's house that passed away in September, and Kathy's mother's house. She goes there because you can't stay in our house. Fortunately, the other 2 aren't showing any symptoms, but who knows? So the DEP they only care about one thing, remediation and nothing else. I mean, if I'm designing a product and the TV, for instance, doesn't work, the engineers are going to come back and say, how come the TV doesn't work? Oh, I don't know, that's not my responsibility, but my part of the circuit works. Well, you got the DEP saying, we're only interested in this, nothing else. And that's too bad for you. Well, this is a problem. What's it going to take? Somebody to die? And we got proven facts that say, get out of town because it's no good for you. And the town, and you can ask Mr. Riley, ask him when he comes back or in your public session, did they ask to have letters sent out to the rest of the town because they have the right to know, just like every other town has the right to know. And they're not being told. Did DEP even come out with a letter that let everybody else know? But you think they let the other Roxbury residents know? No. And not only that, they give a letter when you move in and you're certain area toward this dump. I'm past that. So I never got a letter that said they're going to start doing this to Fenimore dump. So there's too many things that got screwed up. Too many people are getting sick. And if I was still have my kids in school, they go out for track, go out for baseball, I'd be screaming about that. So I appreciate you listening to me. I'm sorry I'm boring you, Mr. Attorney, but you know, this is a real important situation. I don't know if anybody lives in Roxbury. The only one that does is Mr. Riley. But you guys have to understand, this is the United States of America. We are the people. This is not Putin telling us what to do and what not to do. And I'm angry that my kids are getting sick, and this whole thing got so out of control, and we got a governor who could care less. Sorry, Mr. Lawyer.
We're going to need to wrap up.
I'll wrap up. You got my gist of things, and I really need, we, the people, need. In fact, if you get the letters signed, ask Mr. Riley why they don't send the letters out, because I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You have 1 million people here.
Thank you.